Now that we are on lesson 4 in our series of instructions on meditation, I want to take some time to go over some more complex aspects of meditation that you're the benefits of meditation that you're going to start noticing as you become more dedicated to your practice. These are the first 3 stages of consciousness, and you're going to probably relate to various different things that I say as they come up. So you see, as we move through the states of consciousness, we realize that reality is different in different states of consciousness. It is also true that no state is more real or unreal than another state. The first 3 states of consciousness are often referred to as normal, or the everyday states of consciousness. But they are only considered normal because they are what the majority of people experience on a regular basis. With a regular meditation practice, we can both experience these 3 states and expand beyond them. Waking is the everyday local state of consciousness in which the world appears solid, structured, and bound by space and time. It's a relatively dull state. Even we perceive ourselves in this state as separate from everyone and everything. The dreaming state is a state in which there's less subject-object split. There's less localization of experience and more flexibility in the time-space than in the waking state. In the dream state, we experience the subtle body, the mind, the intellect, and the ego, which ultimately projects as the physical body. We release mental and emotional stress while we dream. I'm sure that everyone out there has had this experience to a certain degree at some point in their lives. I think that's why we carry dreams with us sometimes. In the deep sleep state, which is the next state, we experience a profound level of beingness in which there is no separation between ourselves and everything else. In deep, we're not aware of that. We are there. And in this state of being, in this deep sleep, we consolidate our memories. Our body renews itself and our immune system is strengthened. So that is the deep sleep is the space that protects us from everything that's going on in our environment. So that's why it's so important to take care to get enough sleep at night. You have been experiencing these 3 states of consciousness, sleeping, dreaming, and waking, every day of your life. But as you continue your regular meditation practice, you'll begin to get glimpses into the higher states of consciousness. And then we will move on to discuss a few key points of the higher states, beginning with transcendental. Every time that you meditate, you slip into the gap and you experience the 4th state of consciousness, which is transcendental consciousness, also known as Atma Darshan. This is the direct experience of the soul. The first 3 levels of consciousness are localized. They exist in space and time. Atma Darshan, however, is non-local. It exists beyond space and time. This is why you're only aware of it after you come out of it. To experience anything, it must exist in space and time. As you continue to meditate, going back and forth from local to non-local awareness, the non-local aspect of spirit gradually begins to become more established in your sleeping, dreaming, and waking states of consciousness. And as this happens, the new levels of consciousness will start to unfold, just like magic. Atman Darshan is known as transcendental consciousness and is a state of being where consciousness is conscious of being. Conscious, right? Consciousness is conscious of being conscious. We are in the field of all possibilities, synchronicity, creativity, correlation, and unpredictability. Our intentions become very impactful and powerful in this state of pure connection. And we experience love, compassion, joy, goodness, and peace. The integration of silence and infinite possibilities into waking, dreaming, and sleeping opens the door to higher states of consciousness. The next state of consciousness that we'll discuss is cosmic consciousness. This is an experience of witnessing awareness, which is who we are. We experience this witnessing awareness in deep sleep, waking, and dreaming states. Perhaps these higher states remind you of something that you have experienced personally in your life when what people might call an out-of-body experience or an astral projection. This is the way of describing it and putting words to that experience. So in this cosmic consciousness, we're in a state of grace and we're being taken care of by our innermost being. We are slowly detaching from the roles that we play. Really, we realize that we are the role player in the midst of all the roles. We still will play all the roles and enjoy the performance, but it will become less overwhelming, and we will be less overwhelmed by the good and the bad scenes that we see in this play, that we play in this play. The next level is divine consciousness. This is an experience of witnessing awareness in waking, dreaming, and sleeping, not only in the subject of the experience, but also in the objects of experience. We begin to see everything in a more refined state, and a celestial world will open to us in this state of divine consciousness. We can truly feel the presence of spirit in all the objects that we experience, which is now recognized in everyone and everything. We realize Tat Vamasi, I am that, thou art that. The divinity we recognize in ourselves in cosmic consciousness is now recognized in everyone and everything. The heart fully opens. There's a deep sense of unconditional love and compassion. The whole universe becomes like a single cell in the fully expanded heart. And finally, if we are fortunate enough, we will experience unity consciousness, which is the state that we realize that there's ever-present witnessing awareness that we've experienced in our mind and body isn't only in our body and minds, but it's in all body and minds. It's actually the same witness. There is only one witness. The entire universe is a manifestation of that one witness. And moreover, that one witness is us. The memory of wholeness returns. There's only one without separation on any level. At this level, you still function in the localized world, but you realize you are an individual and universal body. Everything is yourself in different disguises. You are in the world, but not of the world. The self is fully awake in unity consciousness and within its true self. Nothing to know, only to be. And this is enlightenment. Just by going back and forth between local and non-local awareness through primordial sound meditation, you explore all the layers of your existence. The higher states of consciousness then unfold naturally and spontaneously, which is beautiful. It's natural and spontaneous, and it takes the least effort to just be of this experience that you're having here. The Sanskrit expression for this realization is Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am the totality. This is achieved with regular meditation and regular activities, so consistency is very important. You slip into non-local awareness in meditation and through regular activity, so you have to integrate it into your life. In cosmic consciousness, you experience miracles. In divine consciousness, you create miracles. and in unity consciousness, everything is miraculous. Namaste.